राम सर्वेभ्यः नमो नमः सुप्रभातम्। गुरुरेव गतिर्गुरुमेव भजे गुरुनैव सहास्मि नमो गुरवे न गुरोः परमं शिशुरस्मि गुरोः मतिरस्ति गुरौ मम पाहि गुरो। Welcome you all to day 3 of this course, popular sayings in Sanskrit. Sanskrit lokoktayaha ityasyaha कक्षायाः तृतीयदिनस्य सत्रार्थं सर्वेषां कृते हार्दं स्वागतं व्याहरामि। गतदिनेषु अस्माभिः प्रायः 20 लोकोक्तयः दृष्टाः। अद्य इतोपि अग्रिम लोकोक्तयः दृष्ट्वा तस्य विषये किंचित अद्य जानीमः। प्रथमं नास्ति रत्नम् अखण्डितम् इत्यस्य लोकोक्ति विषये चर्चां कुर्मः। यद्यपि वयं पश्यामः रत्नं यद्यस्ति अनर्घं भवति, तत्र माणिक्यं वा भवतु यत्किमपि वा अनर्घरत्नम् इति वयं वदामः। प्रकृतिरूपेण यदा तल्लभ्यते तदा अखण्डितं तु न भवति। अखण्डितं नाम तन्मध्ये किमपि छेदः नास्ति इति न भवति। तदा एव तस्य प्रकाशगुणः अधिकं भवति इति वयं जानीमः। A jewel with no scratches is not seen, or with no cuts is not seen. Any diamond, for that matter, or any precious stone that we may use it as an ornament will always be found with some cuts on it. Only then it will get that reflecting property. When a light is put on that, it reflects back. And that is what will give us the brilliance of that particular gemstone. Balye saha vidwan bhartsanam apa yataha nasti ratnam akhanditam. Atra अस्मिन् प्रयोगे वक्तुः आशयः एवमस्ति, एषः पुरुषः विद्वान् सञ्जातः किमर्थम् इत्युक्ते बाल्ये वयसि एव गुरोः सकाशात् भर्त्सनम् आप, नाम सः गुरुः तं तर्जयति स्म, एवं न कर्तव्यम्, एवमेव कर्तव्यम्, एवम् अध्ययनं कर्तव्यम्, एवं त्वया भवितव्यम्, एवं रूपेण गुरुः आदिशति। तद्वत् सः सर्वमपि तादृश वाक्यानि सहते स्म। अतः सः विद्वान् सञ्जातः इति, यतः नास्ति रत्नम् अखण्डितम्. This saying is very useful and very practical as well. If you see, our elders will scold us whenever we do something wrong. We may think, oh, what is this? Whatever I am doing, yatkimapi aham karishyami, tanmadhye dosham परिगणयन्ति न तु यत् मया समीचीनतया कृतम् इति वयं चिन्तयामः। परं किमर्थं ज्येष्ठाः तथा वदन्ति? किमर्थम् इत्युक्ते तेषां मनसि एकमेव विषयः अस्ति, यत् वयम् इतोपि उत्तमाः भवेम इति. They tell us, they scold us, they probably hurt our ego many a times, just to ensure that we grow, we are able to learn from our mistakes and we become great. There are various other examples of this. If you see, basically when we say when we see a diamond, the more number of cuts it has, the value of that is also more. So that is something which we can understand from that, saying that the brilliance of a gem like diamond will have a manifold effect if it has more cuts. In our lives too, these cuts are in the form of critical feedback that we may get from our teachers, our mentors, parents, elders, with the intention that we become better and reach really great heights. We can take another example of a stone. If you go to a temple, we can see stones everywhere. At the entrance of the temple as well, we see a stone, a slab, which will be used to leave our footwear. Once we enter, we see a lot of other stones in the form of pillars, in the form of slabs, in the form of steps, etc. And if we go inside further, Garbhagudim prati yadi gachamaha, tanmadhye devasya murtihi api shilayam eva bhavati. The stone, the murti that we worship is also the stone. What is the difference between various stones that we see in a temple? The stone which was patient enough to get chiseled, which was patient enough and supported to chisel in the best way possible, which got chiseled 100 times, 1,000 times, became a beautiful murti for which we do the prana pratishthāpanam and we worship that every day. But a stone which did not accept the chiseling so much became probably the pillar. The other stone which did not even accept so much, it became the steps. And the stone which did not support chiseling at all became the slab on which we leave our footwear. Evam ritya yadi pashyamaha, yadi asmakam guravah santi, te asman tarjayanti, etat samyak kartavyam iti yah kopi asman sucheti tarhi vayameva dhanyaha iti asmabhihi chintaniyam. Yatohi vayamapi yatha shilam shila asti tadvat murtivat bhavitum shaknumaha yada tatha bhavati janaha asman prashamsanti gauravam api yachanti. Ataha nasti ratnam akhanditam avashyam asmabhihi ratnavat bhavitavyam chet tarhi balye vaisiva athva yada yada asmabhihi yatkimapi va karyam samichinataya na kriyate tada cheshtaha asman samyak rupena samyak marge te asman netum prayatnam kurvanti. So we shouldn't think that someone is scolding us, then it is just they are trying to find something which is only the wrong in us. But we should think in an objective way that what else is there in me that I can improve so that I become the next, I can reach the next level. So always yatha maya purvamapi uktam Shri Ramaha eva asmakam krite adarsha purushaha yataha tasya gunaha aganitaha santi. Bhagavataha gunaha sarvadapi aganitaha eva bhavanti. Tatra it is very impossible to count or enlist. These are the only qualities of the Bhagavan. So that is the meaning that we should always think. Evam asti. Agre saramaha agrima lokoktim prati. Dvitiyam asti. Nikriti priyahi nichaha. Nichaha katham bhavanti iti punaha atrapi Chanakyah eva suchayati. Nikriti priyaha. Nikriti priyaha. The bad men rejoice in bad deeds or vulgar deeds. or they will be always having one or the other habit, which is a bad habit rather, or an addiction to something. Upakritah api apakurute asadhuh yataha nikritipriyaha hi nichaha. Even though if someone helps someone, upakritaha means if at all he has got some help from someone else, tathapi apakurute eva asadhu nama, a person who is not a good person, even though he has got help from someone, he will not be grateful to them. That ingrateful attitude will be there in him, and he probably does something bad to the person from whom he got help as well. Because nikriti priyaha hi nichaha nikriti priyaha bhavanti. Asya padasya artham kinchit janimaha. Kritihi nama task or work. Nikriti nama one which is done in a wrong way. That is nikriti. Sukruti means one which is done in the right way. The upasarga, any upasarga that we add to any of the words will automatically change the meaning of that word. So nikritihi is a bad deed, and nichaha, asmakam samskrita sahite yada vayam pashyamaha, tatra prayaha bahushu sthaleshu jananam tatra vibhagaha darshitaha. Nichaha madhyamaha uttamaha, adhamaha madhyamaha uttamaha, atyuttamaha. Evam rupena tatra vibhagaha darshitaha. Tannama prakritau तादृशाः जनाः सर्वदा भवन्त्येव इति. अपरम् अस्ति तत्र सुभाषितं यस्मिन् एवं सूचयन्ति, काव्यशास्त्रविनोदेन कालो गच्छति धीमतां. धीमतां नाम विदुषां. कालः कथं गच्छति इति पृष्टे सति काव्यशास्त्रविनोदेन. ते काव्यं पठन्ति, शास्त्र अध्ययनं कुर्वन्ति अथवा शास्त्रचर्चां कुर्वन्ति. एवं रूपेण तेषां कालः गच्छति. कालस्य सदुपयोगं धीमन्तः जनाः कुर्वन्ति. व्यसनेन तु मूर्खाणां निद्रया कलहेन वा. परं मूर्खाः नाम अत्र नीचाः इत्यपि स्वीकर्तुं शक्यते. ते कथं कालस्य यापनं कुर्वन्ति इति चेत् व्यसनेन. व्यसनं नाम it's a bad habit that they indulge in, or nidraya, just sleeping. It is not that we shouldn't sleep, but sleeping is not the only thing that we should always keep doing. Nidraya athava kalahenava, or they simply indulge in vyartha sallapaha. It can be just a small fight, or it can be a big fight, or whatever. But kalahena. So murkhaha evam rupena kalasya yapanam kurvanti. So it's an alarm to everyone that we should spend our time in the right way. Satsangatvam. So that is very important. Once we are a part of a satsanga, a good association, the holy company, we will be spending the time in the right way, in the right direction. Otherwise, we are just wasting our time. So one of the English quotes which come to my mind when we say nikriti priyaha, that is this bad habit or this addiction. How is this? If you ask a question, the habit, the word itself says that if you remove H, the first letter from that word, a bit remains, and if you remove the second letter A, bit remains still. And if you remove that one more letter B, it remains. So the habits are such that even if you try to come out of it, they will not basically leave you. Any kind of addiction, for that matter, is something that we should always think about. And one more important thing about this lokokti, नीचाः कथं भवन्ति इति पृष्टे सति अन्यदपि सुभाषितम् अस्ति यत् सत्पुरुषाः के पुनः मानुष राक्षसाः के इति निर्दिशति। एते सत्पुरुषाः परार्थ घटकाः स्वार्थान् परित्यज्य ये सामान्यास्तु परार्थम उद्यमभृतः स्वार्थ अविरोधेन ये ते तेमी मानव राक्षसाः मानुष राक्षसाः परहितं स्वार्थाय निघ्नन्ति ये तु घ्नन्ति निरर्थकं परहितं ते के न जानीमहे। अत्र सुभाषितकारः ये सत्पुरुषाः सन्ति ते किं कुर्वन्ति इति सूचयति। प्रथमं स्वार्थं परित्यज्य, सत्पुरुषाः नाम स्वार्थं परित्यज्य अन्येषां कृते सर्वदा कटिबद्धाः भवन्ति। अन्येषां कार्यार्थं लोकहितार्थं कार्यं कुर्वन्ति सत्पुरुषाः। सामान्यजनाः किं कुर्वन्ति? ते तु स्वार्थम् अपि मनसि निधाय अन्येषां कृतेपि लोक उद्धारार्थं ते कार्यं कुर्वन्ति। परं मानुष राक्षसाः नाम अन्येषां कार्यं वा अथवा लोकस्य कृते किमपि न चिन्तयन्ति, सर्वदा स्वार्थस्य विषये एव मम कार्यम् इत्येव ते चिन्तयन्ति। अन्तिमाः तु ते के इति वयं न जानीमः। स्वार्थमपि न भवति, परम् अन्येषां कार्ये अपि विघ्नान् उत्पादयन्ति। ते के इति वयं न जानीमः। So we should always strive hard to help others. Paropakararthaminam shariram. All these quotes go along with it. So nichaha katham bhavanti. So how will be these people? It's like they are in the demonic form, though they are in the human. They are humans, but they are like the demons. That they always bring in some kind of an obstacle, or they always tend to make others' life difficult, even though they don't get anything out of it, even though it is not serving that purpose, but still they try to come in way of other people's work as well. So tatha nichaha bhavanti. So we should always think that we should never become like that. And these are some of the quotes that will help us to say what is not right, what we shouldn't do. Evam nikriti priyaha hi nichaha vayam tu uttamaha bhavema. Agrimamasti na chetanavatam vritti bhayam. Chetanavatam yesham chetanam uttamam bhavati, who have the enthusiasm. An energetic person hardly worries for his belly. Nama yuvako na ganayati dukkam dasya vrittehe yatohi na chetanavatam vritti bhayam. This prayoga here, the example, it is said, a yuva, a person who is young, he will never think of the difficulties that he may be going through when he is working. Dasya vrittehe. Dasya vrittihi nama helping someone or working for someone. Whenever we work for someone, we may face a lot of difficulties, lot of challenges. But yuvan, one who is young, as per this example, will never worry about it, because na chetanavatam vritti bhayam. For people who are energetic, who are enthusiastic, there is no problem with respect to the work. So various other thoughts that come in when we hear this quote is, we can always think of Hanuman. When we see in Ramayanam, the Sundarakanda, the Katha Prasanga, how Hanuman was able to cross the mighty ocean, go to Lanka, search for Sita, and how he thought how he should communicate with Sita so that Sita will not think that he is Ravana or someone else, and how to effectively pass on the message from Rama to Sita and give that ashvasanam, or to give that communication that Rama will come and will take you. How to do it? So all these things, he had that mind map. He had thought in himself. So in the first sarga of Sundarkanda itself, there's a saying like this: Yasya Tvetani Chatvari, Yasya tu Etani Chatvari, Vanarendra Yathatava, Smritihi, Dhritihi, Matihi, Dakshyam, Sa Karmasu Nasidati. So any person who has these four qualities like Hanuman, which is Smriti, Dhriti, and Mati and Dakshya, he will never be unsuccessful. Karmasu na sidati. That means to say, it means to say he will always be successful. What are these four qualities of Hanuman that that we should always adopt? Is Smriti, that we should have good thinking. Ichha Shakti is very important. Even when we do the upasana of Devi, Lalitambika, we say Ichha Shakti, Jnana Shakti, Kriya Shakti. These three are very important. If you don't have the right intentions, that is the Ichha, then whatever thoughts that gets generated out of the intentions, and then how that translates into the action, all these three will be different. But if you have a Shuddha Sankalpa and a very strong Ichha, then that will generate the right knowledge that is required, the Jnana Shakti, and that will make us implement it in the right way or the best way possible, which will be in the Kriya Shakti form. So Smriti is the first one. Then Dhriti. Dhriti is the strong will or the determination that we should have. And then Matihi. Matihi is again the knowledge, and we should know what is right, what is wrong, the Viveka. So etat samyak asti, etat samichinam nasti, etadeva kartavyam, etattu na kartavyam iti asmakam manasi tadagantavyam. And then Dakshyam is the capacity or the capability to take up any task and do it. So which indirectly comes to the skill or the talent that we should possess, so that any task that is given to us, we should be able to do it in the right way. So if we have these four qualities, the Chetanavatam, when we want to expand it, evam yadi vayam vadamaha, tannama vayam tu Hanuman vat bhavema. Apicha anyadapi shlokamasti bhavantah sarvepi janantyeva Hanumatah stotrameva buddhir balam yasho dhairyam nirbhayatvam arogita ajadyam vakpatutvam cha hanumat smaranat bhavet. So all these qualities, when we say, are very important. Buddhi, bala, yashaha, dhairyam, nirbhayatvam, arogita. So ajadyam, vakpatutvam. So these 8 qualities will definitely ensure that whatever task we take up or whatever difficulties we may face in life, we will be able to overcome them without any difficulty on that. Apicha पूर्वस्मिन् कक्षायामपि अस्माभिः दृष्टं पूर्वस्यां कक्षायाम् अप्राप्यं नाम नेहास्ति धीरस्य व्यवसायिनः इति लोकोक्तिं तन्मध्येपि एवमेव अस्ति. So vyavasayinaha, one who is industrious, one who is dhiraha, one who is courageous, for him there is nothing that which is impossible. So in that way, Chetanavatam vritti bhayam nasti. So even if there is any difficulty in the tasks that he is doing, he will be able to come over, or he'll be able to take care of them if he is strong mentally. So that is very important, and that we should always keep in our mind and practice. Agrimaha asti na sinchati pushparthi shushkatarum. He who desires flowers will not water dry trees. Ramopalabdhihi sarasasthane eva sambhavati tasmaduchyate na sinchati pushparthi shushkatarum. Pushparthi nama, one who desires a flower. Pushpasya arthi, pushparthi. Shushkaha nama dry, tarum tree. Na sinchati. He will not water a dry tree. So those who have in their mind to gain some profit, to gain something, will not invest in something which will fail. So पुनः तत्र ज्येष्ठाः वदन्ति यः विद्वान् अस्ति, one who is a scholar, he will not put in his efforts in useless deeds. He will always think upfront that if I do this task, will it be beneficial? Will it be beneficial to others? Will it be beneficial to me, or what? Only then he will start working. He will do that work for the benefit of everyone. Prayojanam vina mandopi na pravartate. Atrapi vayam janimah. Prayojanam nasti chet mandaha api. Mandaha nama prayaha yaha murkhaha asti. Sopi karyam na karoti. Prayojanam vina. If there is no benefit out of something, of a particular task, even a murkha will not do that work. So that means to say the whole world revolves around getting something out of some tasks that we do. Again, we should always remember back this karmanyevadhikaraha ma paleshu kadachana. So here again, we should involve ourselves in tasks. But if we know that it's a vain, then in such cases we should think how this task should be done. It is not that we shouldn't do, it's not that we shouldn't work, but we should work so that it will benefit someone, or at least us. So tadvat asmabhihi chintanam kartavyam. So all these sayings, as we see, are coming from Chanakya, and he always thinks of the future, of how we should have what steps we should take today so that we can secure our future. So in that regards, with some intention why we are doing certain tasks, we should engage in the action, and we should do it in the right way, in the best way that is possible. Nasinchati pushparthi shushkatarum. Ramopalabdhihi, Ramayaha upalabdhihi. Rama nama Shrihi, nama Lakshmihi. Sampad upalabdhihi sarasasthane eva sambhavati. Nama yatra samyak karyani bhavanti tasmin sthale eva sambhavati. Kimartham ityukte nasinchati pushparthi shushkatarum. So only where there is scope for some benefit, scope for some wealth, only in such cases or in such places we can generate the wealth. So that is what the prayoga here is there, and we can understand from that. Agre Saramaha. This is also a beautiful lokokti. Na vamsha vriksheshu phalanti drakshaha. Grapes do not grow on bamboo trees. Sumadhuram phalam sumadhure eva vrikshe sambhavati yataha na vamsha vriksheshu phalante drakshaha. Phalanti drakshaha. This lokokti is something which is similar to the one which we have seen earlier as well. Yatha karma tatha phalam. Even in that also we see that in the same way. That is very important to understand, because the fruits of good deed will be always sweet. So Vamsha Vrikshaha nama, a bamboo, it will not have any kind of fruits. Drakshaha, which are sweet fruits, will be there in the Draksha Taru only. Always, whenever we think, if I do this, or if I do a bad act, but still I expect good results, it is never going to happen. अन्यदपि सुभाषितमस्ति, पुण्यस्य फलमिच्छन्ति पुण्यं न कुर्वन्ति परं पापस्य फलं नेच्छन्ति परं पापं कुर्वन्ति यत्नतः। मानवाः कथं सन्ति इत्युक्ते पुण्यस्य फलम् इच्छन्ति परं पुण्यं न कुर्वन्ति, पुण्यकार्याणि न कुर्वन्ति, परं पापस्य फलं नेच्छन्ति परं पापस्य कार्याणि एव कुर्वन्ति. So always our thinking is we need to get something good, but we never bother about what is that we are doing to get a good result or not. We only expect everything to happen on its own and we get the best results possible. So again, we should keep in mind that though we have the right only on the action and not on the result, but our thinking also should be mature enough that if we do only the right things, we can expect something good. So now vamsha vriksheshu phalanti drakshaha. Another similar quote, or basically a lokokti which has some similar line is that I'm trying to recollect one more which comes in the same way. It is a part of one of the shlokas that probably Sadashiva Brahmendra or Shankaracharya has composed. So nyagrodha bija muktva shochanniva namramasyeti. There's a shloka, a beautiful line, which is there in a shloka called Mano Niyamanam. Nyagrodha bija muktva. Probably a person sows a silk cotton tree seed. Nyagrodha bija muktva shochayati. Oh, maya amra bijam na uktam va iti. So shochanniva na amramasya iti. So when we do a bad deed, but still we expect something better, that is not going to happen. So that is what we should always think. Evamasti na vamsha vriksheshu phalanti drakshaha. Agrimam prati gacchamaha. Na kvapi saralena padam nidhiyate. It is very difficult for an upright person to move further in any field. He cannot be brought out by a straight finger. Kvachit karya sadhane kutilatayaha atyavashyakata bhavati yatohi nakvapi saralena padam vidhiyate or nidhiyate. This saying sometimes may feel a bit scary. What is this? Even Chanakya is saying that we should go in the wrong path, or should we be not in the should we not be like an upright person, or what? These are some of the things that will come into the mind. Oh, it has been said by Chanakya, so then it's fine if I am okay, if I am doing something in a wrong way to still achieve my goals. But something that needs to be understood when we say about this is saralena padam nidhiyate nama. It is not very easy to be to follow our say the right behaviors that we have, to always follow that and achieve something in an easy manner. So that is something that we should understand here. Saralena. So it is not very easy to do the things that need to be done in the right way. It is very difficult for anyone to move further in any field without putting in so much of effort. It is easy to think of a shortcut, to think of an easy means to get something, but that is something that we shouldn't do. So that is what we should try to understand from these kind of lokoktis. In our granthas, in our literature, the kavis and the rishis give us some learnings, give us some teachings in two different ways. One is through a direct example, that we should follow this, we should be like this. That's a direct example. Like Rama. We should be like Rama. And there are certain examples which they show and say we shouldn't be like this. It's kind of an indirect approach to say, like, for example, Ravana, how Ravana was. So we shouldn't be like Ravana, but we should be like Rama. Ramavat bhavitavyam natu Ravanadivat iti uktihi asti. Similarly, if we consider Mahabharata, there also we see that how we shouldn't be like Duryodhana and others, and how we should be like, say, Dharmaraja and others. Apicha avataram yadi pashyamah Ramavataraha tathaiva Krishnavataraha tanmadhyepi tatra bhedaha drishyate katham tatra avatara karyam Ramena tathaiva Krishnena kritam iti. If we consider that in Ramayana, Rama gives ample opportunities to Ravana to stop the war. He gives him so many chances. First he sends Hanuman, then he sends Angada, then he himself speaks to Ravana and says that please give back Sita and let us not do this war. But even after so many chances, so many opportunities that was given, Ravana will still wage a war and he will die and so on. But in the next avatara, if you see, in the Krishna avatara, Krishna ensures that the war happens at any cost because he wants to safeguard the dharma. So he himself goes for the dutatva. He goes to the court of Duryodhana and he speaks on behalf of the Pandavas, and he will ensure that the war, Kurukshetra war, happens for whatever happens, the war should happen. So if we see in this way, when certain things has to be done, then there is some kutilata that will be there. There will be some things that we should do it in a different way. So these are the things, these are the thoughts that comes to the mind when we look into this particular lokokti. Nakwapi saralena padam nithiyate. So that doesn't mean necessarily that we should always take the wrong route to get our things done. That, for example, maybe to bribe someone to get some tasks done. We shouldn't be corrupt. We should always be upright. But when we are upright, it takes a lot of time, lot of effort to achieve what we want. But we should see in the dharma marga itself, is there something that can be done so that the task also gets completed. So those are the thoughts that we should have when we read this lokokti, and not just consider it's okay to do whatever to get the work done. Okay, so with that we shall proceed to the next one. Na nishchitarthat viramanti dhiraha. Apita, this one also is very close to the previous lokoktis that we saw. So aprapyam nama nehasti dhirasya vyavasayinaha, and as well as the chetanavatam nasti vritti bhayam. All these are on the same theme, that dhiraha, when we are courageous, then na nishchitarthat viramanti. Nishchitartha means one that is a sankalpa that is being done. Brave persons do not deviate from their decisions. So whatever is thought, they will definitely do it. Prarabdham uttama janaha na parityajanti tadvadeva na nishchitarthat viramanti dhiraha is the prayoga that we can use. Etatu anyat subhashitam prarabhyate nakhalu vighna bhayena nichaihi prarabhya vighna vihataha viramanti madhyaha vignaihi punah punaha pratihanyamanaha prarabdhamuttama janaha na parityajanti iti. Again, atrapi subhashitakaraha trividhaha janaha santi iti vadati. Nichaha, madhyamaha, uttamaha. Uttamaha janaha kim kurvanti, nichaha kim kurvanti iti सूचयति. यदि एकं कार्यं कर्तव्यम् इति ते चिन्तयन्ति, नीचाः कार्यस्य आरम्भात् पूर्वमेव यदि अहम् एतत् आरम्भं करिष्यामि तर्हि विघ्नः भवति इति चिन्तयित्वा कार्यस्य आरम्भमेव न कुर्वन्ति नीचाः। मध्यमाः अस्तु अहं कार्यस्य आरम्भं करिष्यामि, परं यदि मध्ये विघ्नः भवति चेत् अहं तर्हि विरमामि इति चिन्तयन्ति। परम् उत्तमाः जनाः यत्किमपि वा विघ्नं भवतु, विघ्नैः प्रतिहन्यमानाः मुहुः पुनः पुनः प्रतिहन्यमानाः अपि प्रारब्धम् उत्तमजनाः न परित्यजन्ति। The desire to complete the task, irrespective of all odds, will be there for the uttama jana. Those who are really courageous, even though they face obstacles, they will think it is just one more obstacle, and they will cross that hurdle as well and proceed towards their goal. They will never change or deviate from their goal. But others, the madhyamas or the nichas, they will always be worried about, if there is any vighna that comes, then what shall I do? How shall I deal with it? And some people don't start a task, don't start a work thinking of or being afraid of this. Some people start the work and stop it or drop it in between when they are unable to face the challenges or face those obstacles and move forward. So nishchitarthat viramanti dhiraha kadapina. So this is something which we should always remember. Punaha atrapi hanumataha eva udaharanam api swikartum shakyate. Spratihi dhritihi matihi dakshyam yadi asti chete karmasu nasirati. Avashyam yat asmabhi chintitam tat vayam tu avashyam kurmaha. Atra अन्य उदाहरणं वक्तुम् इच्छामि. वयं सर्वेपि जानीमः ध्रुवः इति पञ्चहायनः कुमारः बालः अहम् अवश्यं तपः आचरामि इति चिन्तयित्वा मधुवनं गत्वा भगवतः ध्यानं कृत्वा सः ध्रुवनक्षत्रवत् अद्यापि प्रकाशते. So it doesn't matter what age we are in, what background do we have. If we have a Shuddha Sankalpa, a Dhruva Sankalpa, basically that I should achieve this, I should do this. If we have that determination, definitely we will be able to succeed. So that goal should be always in front of us. So there's a saying which goes like this: where are the people going? Like the herd of sheep. They don't have a goal in front, and they don't have a teacher in the back, a guru in the back. And where are these going? So we should have a goal and a guru who will take us to that goal. But we are the owners. We are in the driving seat. We need to take the initiative. We need to set the goal. We need to go towards it. So once we have that in our mind that we should achieve this, then remaining things will automatically follow. Another saying in English goes like this: if we know why we are doing something, the bigger the why. Kimartham etat kriyate. Why should we do this? If we know the purpose of whatever we are doing, the how becomes very easy. The bigger the why, easier is the how. Kimartham samskritam adhyetavyam. Why should we study Sanskritam? If we have an answer, real answer within us, kimartham, then katham samskritasya adhyanam kartavyam iti sulabham bhavati. Na nishtitarthat viramanti dhiraha. Agre saramaha. Nasti gatashramo yanavatam. Yanavatam gatishramaha nasti. Yanam nama a vehicle or a cart, ratham iti swikartum shakyate. Gatishramaha, gatihi nama movement. Whenever we travel, we will have some fatigue. If we travel by foot, if we travel with a lot of efforts. But yanavatam, those who have a vehicle, they don't have the fatigue of the travel. Yesham jananam samipe dhanam bhavati te tasya yathakankshitam vyayam vidadhati yatha nasti gatashramो yanavatam. Asmin samsare जीवने च यत्किमपि वा कार्यम् अस्माभिः क्रियते तत्र किञ्चित् वा श्रमः भवत्येव। परम् अत्र श्रमः नास्ति इति चेत् कः अर्थः इत्युक्ते यत्किमपि वा कार्यं कुर्मः तदर्थं किमपि साधनस्य उपयोगम् अस्माभिः क्रियते। यदि साधनानाम् उपयोगेन कार्याणि कुर्मः तर्हि श्रमः न्यूनं भवति इति अस्य आशयः। To travel, we have an instrument like vehicle. Similarly, if we consider in our day-to-day life, we have lots and lots of machinery, lots and lots of gadgets or appliances that ease our tasks. In olden days, if you see, even to make a floor, basically say a rice floor or maybe even wheat flour or anything, they used to do it manually. They used to there used to be a stone which they used to do, which they used to use to make the grains into the flour. Similarly, but today we have a lot of machinery which does that. There are flour mills which do it, and similarly in home also we have mixers and grinders and whatnot. So which help us in our day-to-day activities. Param, if you think about this, either to get done with any task or any accomplishment, we should either put in our own efforts in terms of time, energy, and efforts, or we can make use of other resources by putting in some money. We are actually getting a particular help from these machines. So either we have to do it ourselves, or we need to do some shrama that will generate some revenue, that will generate some money, and using that we'll be able to deal with the activities in an easier way. So yesham jananam samipe dhanam bhavati te tasya yathakangshitam vyayam vidadhati. So dhanam asti cheta dhanasya sadupayogam kartum shakyate sadhananam vishayepi anya vishayepi tatha kritva gatishramah na bhavati. So this doesn't only mean it is only for the traveling, but in all aspects of our life, if we are able to find out some alternatives, find out an easier way to do some of the things, like use with the help of some appliances or with the help of other people, then we will never feel the struggle that we went through, because the results will be rewarding in themselves. One more important thing that comes to the mind is, यदि एकाकी वयं किमपि कार्यं कुर्मः, एकाकी वयं कुत्रचित् गच्छामः, तर्हि तत्र यात्रायाः अथवा गमनस्य क्लेशः अस्माभिः ज्ञातुं शक्यते. परं यदि संघे गच्छामः, when we go together, the way or how the time passes is something which we'll not be able to judge as well. So we'll be very happy when we speak and go along with our friends or with our relatives. So even if we travel for 10 kilometers by walk, you will not be able to sense the difficulty or struggle or the fatigue in you. So yanavatam gatishramah nasti apicha ye militva gachanti sanghe bhavanti teshamapi. So the satsanga itself will clear off all the fatigue in us. So these are the thoughts that come to mind when we think about this lokokti, nasti gatishramo yanavatam. Agrimah asti, nasti arthino gauravam, nasti arthinaha gauravam, gauravam, arthinaha gauravam nasti. Arthi nama, one who has something in mind, one who asks for something, he is arthi. Vidyarthi is one who wants to earn vidya. Dhanarthi, one who wants to gain dhana, etc. So a beggar has no self-respect. Yachanam mahahanikaram atayevochate nastyarthino gauramam. There's a saying in English, beggars are not choosers. So what does that mean is, if you are going in front of someone with open hands, with the dehi mudra, okay, it means to say we cannot ask for what we want. Whatever the other person wants to give, that is what he will give. And we will not be rewarded, or we will not be recognized, or will not be even respected. So a beggar will not have the self-respect, or he will not gain the respect from others. Aninapi subhashitamasti etasmin vishayeva. One should not go to someone else's house without any reason. How it will be, if you ask, that Subhashitakara has given a beautiful simile, or basically upama, that Krishna pakshe yatha shashi nyunam bhavati tadvat asmakam gauravam api nyunam bhavati. It will go down. How the moon from Purnima to say Amavasya, how it decreases in its illumination or in its way, that in the same way we will also lose our respect if we keep going to someone's house without any reason, if we keep asking for something from someone. So we should always be very careful, and we should ask for what is right, what is required. See, in this world, nothing can be obtained, or not everyone will have everything. But there should be a specific purpose when we ask for something. So if we are asking for the good of others, if we are asking for a loka-kalyana karya, then definitely you will get, and the Bhagavan will make it happen. If we are doing it out of swartha, if we are not putting in our effort to first earn what is required, in such cases is what this saying will come into place. Nastyarthino gauravam. So agrimam pratikachamaha. Maybe the last one for today. Nimba phalani kakaihi bhujyante. Only the crows eat bitter fruits. Malina charitra shalinaha asundarani katuphalani bhakshayanti. Atayevochate nimba phalani kakaihi bhujyante. Nimba phalam means may not be just lemon. It means to say which is having a katu swada, which is bitter, basically. Again, if you kind of see and connect back to the previous lokokti, nastyarthino gauravam. So in Sanskrit Sahitya, in various places, there has been some comparison between a yachaka and a kaka, basically a crow. What is the difference between a beggar and a crow? Kaka ahvayate kakan, yachako natu yachakan, kaka yachakayor madhye, kako varam natu yachakaha is the Subhashita. So the beggars, they will only ask for themselves, and they will, if someone gives some money or some alms, they will just take it and they go away. But the crows are not like that. Even if there is just one grain, they will also call other crows as well. So that is the meaning it says. But kakaha, or the crow, or the birds which are of low level, or people who are at low level, only they will eat whatever they get. So it is not that they only eat bitter fruits, but they eat whatever they get. But the great people are not like that. They will eat what they need to eat, or what is basically good for health, etc. So there's another saying, right, which even if a tiger, or for example, or lion, even if it is hungry, simho na bhakshati trinam. Even if it is hungry, it will not eat the grass. So that is something that means to say, people who are having the right attitude, they do the things in the right way only. They will not do something just for the sake of doing. So that is something that we should understand. Nimba phalani kakaihi bhujyante. It means to say, for example, the parrots eat only the sweetest of the fruits. So that is why if at all a fruit is, if you see that it has been eaten by the parrot, then it will be the sweetest of the lot. So they eat whichever is the Shrestha. Even great people will do the things which are always respected by others, which are always good, and what the Bhagavan is created for. So in that way, Nimma phalani kakaihi bhujyante. Only crows eat bitter fruits. With that, we shall probably conclude today's class. I will go through the Q&A chat box. If you have any specific questions or anything to share, please raise your hand. Okay, there are a few questions in the Q&A chat box. I'll see that. Ramopalabdhihi nama kim. I have explained it already. 26 lokoktim kripaya punaha vivranotu. I will go back to that 26 and I'll explain back. Pratihanyamanaha. What's the meaning? Pratihanyamanaha, meaning the obstacles keep coming one after the other. So pratihanyamana, hanyamanaha means being killed. Actually, the literal sense, hanyamanaha means to being killed. So obstacles are like arrows. If you think in that way, there are thousands of arrows that are coming and trying to kill us. Even in such case, uttamaha janaha, the great men, will not leave the task that they have taken up. So that is the meaning in that. Pratihanyamanaha. Vighnaihi punah punaha pratihanyamanaha. Again and again, being killed by the arrows which are called the Vighnas. Even then, they don't leave the task that they have taken up. That is the meaning. Sandhi in tadvadeva, tadvat eva, tadvadeva is the sandhi, for example. And that is just for sandhi. Tadvat eva, tadvadeva. And next is for 27th Subhashit Lokokti. I will go back to that. Fortune favors the brave. That is true. The harder you work, the luckier you get is another saying which goes in the same lines. Nimma phalam means neem samichinam. So it's basically neem. Basically, nimbaka dala bhakshanam is what we say. Nimbaka dhalam is basically the neem. That is the equivalent. That's right. Dhritihi ityukte kim. Dhriti is basically the determination that it should be done. Ha. So another saying one other person has said is jite rasam jite sarvam. That is true. If we have a control on our tongue, then we have control on everything. That is very good saying. That is very apt as well to everyone. Another example another person is giving, stumbling blocks do not deviate a river is also a good example for dhiraha karyadna viramanti. That is also a very good example. The perseverance, that is very important. The rivers make its own way amidst the rocks, amidst everything that comes in their way. So perseverance is something that is always will give way for anything that we are doing. Uttamam, dhanyawadaha. Okay, so 26th, probably I will go back to that slide and I will try to explain what it is. And let us see. There are a few people who have raised their hands. Devaki Bhagini, you can please speak.
Ram Ram Mahodaya, this Lokottari is starting the day with the Lokottari. We start with a very positive attitude. I'm very happy. And just a small thought that came to my mind on the 26th saying, na
Right.
Kwapi kalena padam nidiyate. It means that you are an upright person. For you to go up, it is difficult. It doesn't mean that you can't go up. You need to be an upright person, but it just gives you a warning that it's you have to be. It is little difficult. It is just like we said that the stumbling blocks do not stop a brave person. I think this could be similar to that. That whatever stumbling block an upright person has, but still he will go in the right direction.
Correct.
So this is what that came to my mind, Mahodaya. And
Definitely.
do we have just one more thing? Is there any specific book for this lokoktayaha?
There may be many in the market, like which has a list of all sayings in Sanskritam. Like, I mean, not all, because it's kind of there are innumerable such sayings basically. But Chanakya Sutrani is something which you can refer to. You can Google it, because most of these, whatever is there in this content, is from Chanakya Niti or Chanakya Sutras. So you can search for Chanakya Sutras and you will get it. And a lot of other granthas, which I will always refer or basically recommend you to go through, is the Subhashitas. So basically, it can be from Bhartrahari, the Niti Shatakam, Shringara Shatakam, and Vairagya Shatakam. There are 300 Subhashitas from there. And Subhashita Ratna Bhandagara, there is one such a big book, Ratna Bhandagara, that is the name of the book, Subhashita Ratna Bhandagara, which has a collection of Subhashitas from various sources, various kavis, from Ramayana, Mahabharata, and also from Hitopadesha, Panchatantra, etc., which are a very good source of these sayings. Yes, Dhanyawadaha for your thoughts also on this. Nakwapi saralena padam vidhiyate, or basically even I said a similar thing, because it doesn't mean that we should do anything to get our work done. It should be always dharma sammata also. That is something we should always keep in our mind. So that's very important. Okay, next, Kumar Mangalam. You can please unmute and speak.
Hari Om, Namo Namaha.
Namaste.
Mohte dhanyawada, bahut samyak pathayati. Mom prashna asti, website मध्ये लिखितम् अस्ति यद् assessment भविष्यति, तत् कदा कथं तथा कया भाषा भविष्यति?
हाँ, प्रायः तद् अस्मिन् पाठे अथवा अस्यायां कक्षायां यद् अस्माभिः पठितं तद्विषये एव भवति. प्रायः it will be online only. At the end of the course, the more information you will be receiving, and maybe there will be some timeline or when you can actually take it up. There will be some gap also after the course, so that you will have enough time for your learning as well. Tadarthamapi avakashah kalpitah bhavati. It will be an online test only, like an MCQ or objective type. So it can be like nakwapi saralena dash. So you need to identify the correct completion of that phrase. Tadvat prayah bhavati.
अस्तु महोदय, धन्यवाद महोदय. इतोपि एकः प्रश्नः अस्ति महोदय. अन्तिमः युक्तिः अस्ति. Can we take it that in a positive way also, that when nimbaphalam is actually good for health also? So maybe like Kanad Maharishi used to just eat some small grains and survive. So is it that also that a person who wants to achieve something, he can eat anything which is available? Can we take that way?
Yes, can be considered in that way as well. So yeah, when we say any saying for that matter, we can have multiple perspectives. Yatha, the head and the tail are two faces of the same coin. We can also see the contrast way and try to understand that lokokti. That is also possible, but it always probably we need to think in what was the context in which this was said, or what was the background to this quote. So based on that, we will come up with one set of meaning. For example, even this one, the current whatever is there on the slide, nakwapi saralena padam nidhiyate. Even this, if we consider, it can be seen in two ways, like one in the positive way and one in probably in a negative way. That yeah, we should be kind of kutilas. Like, I mean, we need to take the crooked path also sometimes. But we should also consider, no, it should not be that case. Even though it is very difficult, yeah, it is not easy. That is what we should think, and we should proceed further. So that way, yes, we can try to give that meaning as well.
धन्यवादः महोदय.
धन्यवादाः. प्रवीण कुलकर्णी महोदय.
नमो नमः.
नमस्ते.
प्रथमं 21 लोकोक्तयः प्रयोगे भर्त्सनामाप् इति that पदस्य विग्रह किञ्चित् न जानामि. भर्त्सनामाप्.
अहं पुनः वदामि. भर्त्सनाम् आप. भर्त्सना इत्युक्ते scoldings or something like that. So bhartsanam, that is the word.
Okay, that was one thing. Then second thing was this chetanavatam,
Right.
tatha yanavatam.
Samichinam.
Iti yanavat chetanavat iti pratipadikam asti va?
Satyam. Yanavat chetanavat eva. So this will be like takaranta shabda. Like so that the shashti vibhakti bahuvachanam of that will be chetanavatam yanavatam. That means to say chetanam asya asti iti chetanavat. Buddhihi asya asti iti buddhiman, buddhimat. Mat and vat, whenever we see these words attached with any of the previous words, that means to say that one who has that, one who possesses that. So yanavatam is also in the same way. Yanam asya asti iti yanavan, yanavat. That is the pratipadikam, takaranta shabda. In pullinga form, it will become yanavan. Similarly, buddhiman, dhiman, etc. Dhihi asya asti iti dhiman. Chetanam asya asti iti chetanavan, etc.
One more difficulty. That is about this nastyarthino gauravam. Means arthinaha gauravam na praptavan. Iti
na bhavati iti satyam.
न प्राप्तवन्तः. But इति विद्यार्थी अपि अस्ति न, विद्यार्थी अपि means वयं सर्वे विद्यार्थिनः अपि अस्ति.
Satyam. That's what, when I said arthi, I gave that example. Like vidyarthi is one who desires vidya, dhanarthi one who desires dhana. And towards the end of explaining of this particular lokukti, I said this. So whenever we ask for something, it is not that without effort we should ask. So we should be putting in effort. So that is what will generate the gauravam. So vidyarthi is putting in effort in learning. But if we consider a beggar, though he may be capable of doing any work, he doesn't do it, but he just asks for money or asks for alms. So that is what will not generate the respect. So then in such case, you don't have the self-respect, but not in the case of a vidyarthi or even for people who are going for jobs or for anything. So that is not, because you're putting in your time and effort. So then you're actually not, you're not just getting anything or something for free. So that is the intention when we say this. Nasti arthino gauravam. Like if you're just an arthi, that you're always asking or craving for something, you will not get the respect.
Okay, uttama. Dhanyawada.
Dhanyawadaha. Okay, probably I'll give chance to maybe one or two more students, and then we shall conclude today's class. Amita Bhargava.
Ram Mahoday.
Namaste.
This is regarding the Tritiya class. We are supposed to be having, we should have the Tritiya class, because if in January we have to do the exam.
So, as I probably this question was asked also on the first day. Basically, there is a new syllabus that is coming up for Tritiya, and the textbook is underway. So once the textbook is available, we will definitely announce it and we will start with the classes. So I'm in contact with the Sabha officials as well, the director of Sabha, Dr. Suresh sir, and the things are going on. Like basically, the new syllabus has been prescribed, and there is some review of the textbook that is happening. Once that is all complete, we should be able to start with the course. So once I have more information about it, definitely we'll get to know about it through emails or something.
What do we need to do with the book which we have?
Tritiya, there is no new textbook. The new textbook is being created now. So if you have the old edition of the book, you can definitely read it, learn from it. It is not that it will be of not any use, but for course perspective and examination point of view, it will be the new textbook.
At least they can take 1 or 2 chapters and begin it. We can take the textbook later on, but if the initial 1 or 2 chapters could be explained.
Prayaha, it is beyond my scope for this course and this forum to answer it as of now. Maybe you can please drop a mail and let us see what can be done on that. Sure. Any other question related to what we have studied today?
This is my first class. I'm still
Okay.
just observing this.
Okay, sure. Dhanyawadaha. Okay. Krishna Chaitanya Mahodaya.
Namaste. There is a lokokti which says more or less in similar lines with the 26th one, Nakwapi Saralena Padam Nidiyate, which says Yadardavadi Lokavirodi. A speaker of truth is the world's enemy.
That is right. Yatharthavadi. Yaha yathartham vadati. So that is very, that's also very true. If you are very straightforward, I think someone also put that actually. Straightforwardness is not advisable or possible always. That is true. So though we say or we advocate for arjavam in Bhagavad Gita also, arjava, that is to tell as it is, that is something that everyone should follow. Though it is said, it is not possible, because everyone, most of the people won't like the truth to be said. So if something truth is said, they get angry because they are unable to accept that fact. So that is something which is there. Yatharthavadi lokavirodhi. Samichanam. Dhanyawadaha for that input.
Maybe the truth should also be made to sound like Priyam. Only then, I mean, it should be told, not the way it
That is true. That is true, because again, there's another saying, right? So satyam bruyat priyam bruyat na bruyat satyam apriyam. So even though if there's a truth and not so good, you shouldn't speak, is something which is said. That doesn't mean you shouldn't tell about it or you should not inform, but it is more likely to say how you should communicate. That is what you should think and communicate in the right way. So it is a very debatable topic, definitely. But for our understanding, what we should think is we should probably try to be frank as much as possible, and probably communicate the same in a smooth way or in a beautiful way that the other person will accept it. And it shouldn't be kind of an offending statement. So that is what we should think. Dhanyawadaha. Thanks for your input. Dhanyawadaha. Okay, Rama Bhagini. Ji Rama Bhagini. You can unmute. Namaste.
Are you hearing, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sir, I'm very happy that I have another opportunity to learn from you. I mean, this course is very nice, but I want to, because today only I joined in this course. So last 2 days, whether you have uploaded in the Vyoma, sir? Yesterday I tried.
I think so. It should have been uploaded by now. I think I heard probably on the YouTube it was uploaded, but I'll check back and I'll ensure that the slides till today and the content will be uploaded by today evening. I'll speak to the volunteers, because it is done by a volunteer team at Vyoma, who will upload the course materials, etc. I'll check with them and ensure that it is done.
Thank you very much, sir. I'm very happy to be again. I am become a student to it. Thank you.
Dhanyawadaha. Dhanyawadaha Bhagini. Okay. Maybe the last person, Hemavati Shankar Bhagini.
That apa Is it apnoti?
Yes, correct. Apa is basically obtain, get. Apnoti, whatever is there, that same thing.
With
Apa.
lakara?
This is in the lang lakara.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Astu.
Dhanyavada.
Okay, with that, we shall conclude today's class. Someone has asked for my email address. You can write to sanskritfromhome@vyomalabs.in, or you can also write to Raghu, RAGHU.vyoma, VYOMA @gmail.com. That is my personal ID. You can write an email to either of them, and I'll definitely get back to you. Ram 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 Sarvebhyah. Dhanyavadaha. Shwaha punaha milamah. Ram Ram Ram.